guys, welcome to Skate, and today we're going to be going in depth in how to adjust your camera settings so you can have it where you want it. And these are secret settings that nobody has taught you, so everything you've learned before, throw that out the window because we got new settings that will help you change the way you want it, how you want it. Over a quick summary, one last time. The most important settings you want to change is have this vertical from 2 to 0, vertical follow strength. To make it easier, to always make it more consistent, you want to adjust the offboard default pitch. And lastly, for the advanced camera settings, if you want it, again, more consistent, auto follow strength cooldown at 0. Alright, so what you saw a second ago was the short video that I made yesterday, and I was kind of having a headache, so give that short some love, just because it took me hours just to fucking upload it itself, which was such a headache. Anyways, I'm gonna make this video is another remake. It's gonna be more of a condensed video, but also kind of like it'll show you different things that I found out and different presets that you can work off of. So this is gonna be like a baseline that you can use. It's gonna go in depth of how you can change the cameras, how you can mess around with it and have fun. And again, use it as a baseline. Don't copy it exactly, or if you like it the way it is, you copy it the way, do whatever you want. But regardless, it's gonna be a baseline that you can jump off from and just learn from. Don't forget to change the offset of when you're standing on your board. It just means that you're gonna move the character off to the side a lot more so you can see what's in front of you. When you have maintain camera distance on, I usually have it like at 7 to 8. That's my sweet spot for me personally. You can change it however you want. When maintain camera distance is off, I usually have it at 3. So that's usually the way I usually work around it. Of course, I'm gonna show you like the camera settings. This one is a little bit, I think it's positive. Now the way you change the camera, if you saw my short videos, changing the offboard pitch setting is what gives you the different angles in the camera. Right here you can see it's focusing more on my feet, and that's just the offboard pitch, which I'll show you in a second. Last thing I forgot to mention, also you don't have to have it at 0. You can have it anywhere between 0 to 2 for the sweet spot in these camera angles. But I recommend 1 or 0. As you can see, again, doing this late at night. I don't know if it's gonna use it or not, but as you can see, it has more of a focus on the feet. This time I try to go as far as possible in the settings. Again, real quick, I just show you if you guys want it this way. So for this one, I have my horizontal always at 3 because that one gives it the best flow, the feeling of flow. Vertical is at 0. 0, if you want to play close like this, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily for vert, but if you want to keep high FOV, right now I have it at 100, maintain camera distance on. Offset, obviously you have to have it a little more higher because you're gonna have a camera distance a lot closer, and it's gonna maintain closer with that setting. Obviously loose, just have that feel of carving, and then this one is the lowest, so I could probably put it up a little bit more. I wouldn't recommend going past 36 probably if you're trying to do it this close with the high FOV. And then the new update, I know in my shorts I said auto follow cooldown should be at 0, but 1 is probably better. 0, you have more control over it, so like if you're like this, like yeah, it stays that way, but after a while if you have it at 1 it will center, but it doesn't really do it fast enough, so you won't really have to worry about it. But at the same time, like, yeah. Now you don't have to have the vertical setting any particular way, unless it's like, I think past 3 it does recenter regardless, but like yeah, you can have it at 1, you can still have it at a certain angle. And I just like this because it reminds me of the older skate games where it would focus, I think it was the first one, it'd be more focused towards your feet rather than your full body. So having it this way is kind of nice. Again, you can like mix and match. This is just a over exemplification, and from the other videos, just to show you how far you can actually take it. and it's not too bad. Like, I really like this. Like, probably gonna go back and forth like I said in my previous video. Copy those settings. This is the best way to play if you want to have more of an higher FOV. Particularly if you want to stay close with the camera or maintain camera distance, right? Now, the other one that I really liked was the polar opposite. When you have this off, this you can probably keep it high. This would probably need to be like a 3. Then you have the opposite. Shit, I stayed moving the wrong one. And then I think 16 is like a good sweet spot. I think it was 18 or 12. But let's just go all the way, just to over exaggerate it. So I'm gonna step off, do a couple steps. Even at 1, for some reason, it feels like it just takes a hot minute. But now, as you can see, now you can do the opposite too. You can also have maintain on. It's still just as good. But with the maintain camera distance on, you'll have to lower it. Honestly, I'd say probably like between 50 to like 90. It's a sweet spot, since you can see some of my foot is being cut off, and it doesn't necessarily, it's not being captured precisely. Now it's really good if you just want to have it so you can see stuff in front of you, see what you're skating. I like having the obstacle. I like having the camera on the opposite side of the obstacle that I'm skating. I'm gonna have it on the opposite side, not this way, where it's on it. Yeah, it might be easier for other people, but I just feel like I'm making it realistic, you know. Wow. See, I'm hitting the curb, opposite side. Now 3 might be a little too low. Well, that's because I went back to camera distance. 18 camera distance on. Like 7, yeah. 7 is usually my sweet spot. Yeah, so like, I'm gonna show you an example of my camera distance off. Let's go 75. Right, so now it's lower. And it's pretty good. Oof, that was actually pretty nice. One thing I forgot to change, but again, you have to change a lot of shit just to make it like perfect the way you want it. Oh. So let's go to 2. Now it's perfectly centered. A little too centered, but you know, it's just an example, quick example. Just to show you what you can do. It's just really fun to just mess around with this. Let's have it a little bit lower. There you go. Look how nice that looks, especially if you're carbon, you want to switch cameras between. Switch sides. Wow, I'm having trouble like changing the camera now. It wasn't like this the other day. So don't mind the fit. I know it's kind of ugly. Not perfect. But you see how nice it looks? Now honestly, I'd probably pull it up a little bit closer than that. But I hope this helps. As you can see a little bit more of how you can mess around with it. Because I know the last video was a little bit long, and I know some of you have pea brains. Some of you guys don't have the attention span to sit through it. So I'll try to make it a shorter one. So now, yeah, this might be a little bit too low, but as you can see, still pretty smooth. In case you want to see the settings real quick, I'll show it to you. So for this one, it was 3.0, field of view 75, maintain camera distance on, outboard offset 2, and then obviously this one's like high. Again, I'd probably lower it a little bit more. It's an over exaggeration for example's sake, you know. And then auto cooldown 5. I also have wider on follow dead zone for outboard. I don't know if that would affect it, just like the other settings, because I know some of the other settings are also offboard settings, but apparently it still affects it. So honestly, I've changed it so much. I think this is also a really good one which is the last one. I still haven't changed it from the last settings that I showed you. This one's actually really good. I really fuck with it. But yeah, again, quick summary. If you want to have the camera angle down to your feet, looking up, again, you still have to change like the rest of the settings, like the fucking FOV. FOV is probably the main one. And so, quick summary. The higher you have the offboard pitch, the lower it's gonna be. So if you go all the way to 24, it's gonna be the lowest you can be when you're on the board. And if you go negative, it's gonna be on top of your head. So it's gonna be a top-down view. Keep that in mind. Right here you can see an example of it being in a negative pitch, which again, like I just stated a couple seconds ago, it's more of a top-down view, and this makes it so that it's chest to shoulder high. Of course, this is like the ultimate setting for it. Of course, it's like the most negative that you can put it on, so it's going to be over exaggerated, but it does look nice, especially going up a hill. At least for me personally, especially on this road. So like I said, you don't have to have it if you, for whatever reason it bothers you, but you have the specific pitch when you step off the board. You don't have to do it that way. That's why I said you can have it at 0 vertical sensitivity, and then you could just adjust it before you step on the board, and then you can just have it the specific angle you want. Now, if you want to not have it like that specific pitch when you're running off the board, you can always just put like 1 or 2 sensitivity on the vertical, and then just go about it from there. Lastly, I'm gonna be done. It's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully I can make it really short. But as you saw the difference, I really wish that they had separate settings for it. Because I really like when I'm off the board and it looks kind of top down, just slightly, not like crazy, right? Not like this, but something in the middle. And then I love it when the board it's like really low, like the camera angle. So I wish they had different settings for that. Hopefully they can add that later on. Feel free to clip that and send it to the devs if you want. So right there was the example of having a 0 vertical. You can adjust it just before you get on the board, and it'll just stay on that axis, the camera, that is. And if you just wanted to have it a specific way, you can keep it at 0 vertical, or you can have it, like I said, 1 vertical or 2 vertical, and it will just stay there regardless. So it's just up to you. I'm pushing the off-board pitch more is because, again, it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about it. It just stays consistent. But again, if it bothers you, you can just have it at 0 and just adjust it every time you want to. It's up to you. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. Hope you guys learned something new. Don't forget to show me some love, show the video some love, drop a like. That's all I'm asking for. Drop a comment if it really did help you. If you want to learn anything new, anything specific that you're still having trouble with comprehending, I'm more than happy to give you the answers. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.